Hi, our next techniques are choking. There are two types of chokes I would like for you to learn. They are both called Hadaka Jime. Hadaka Jime, basically it means naked strangle. Naked strangle meaning I'm not using any type of material to choke you with or to strangle you with. I'm only using my arms. The first technique, I'm pushing on the thyroid cartilage. I'm squeezing it where it makes it difficult for a person to breathe because two things are going on. I'm giving you pain and I'm closing off the amount of oxygen going through your brain. Okay. The second one is also called Hadaka Jime, but I'm after the carotid arteries. So when I push on the carotid arteries, it slows down the amount of oxygen getting to your brain and you slowly start to shut down. When you're practicing this with your partner, a family member, or if you're using it for self-defense, you literally have someone's life in your hands. So you have to pay attention. You don't choke anyone just because it's funny. Okay, it might always be funny until it happens to you. Then you realize this isn't funny. What could happen if you're not paying attention to what the person's doing, if they go unconscious and they stop breathing? You're slowing down the amount of oxygen getting to the head, to their brain, and you're slowly killing them. Okay, you're damaging the brain, and if you damage it too much, they don't fully recover. Okay, if you hold on to the choke for like a minute, you could kill them. All right, so don't play around with this. The first choke is called Hadaka Jime. I'm choking from behind them. What I want to do, I want to put pressure on the thyroid cartilage. I use the blade side of my wrist, not the flat side. I'm using the blade side, the bony side. I want to, first, my hand goes right next to the carotid artery. The other hand comes in and I grab it. I want to make sure I grab my hand like I'm clapping. And I'm covering my thumb. Okay, so goes 1, 2. I want to protect my face. So I bring my face down and I cover it. I put it down so the person cannot scratch my eyes. So I'm covering my face so that they don't scratch my eyes. I just tuck it. My elbow is sticking out. I want to bring my elbow back. At the same time, I pull my hands back. So I'm doing this. Okay, look how close I'm holding my elbows to my ribs. All right, so I do this. 1, I come around. 2, I tuck my head. Look at my shoulder is. It's behind their head. So it looks like I have them in a collar. I pull this elbow back as I squeeze. Okay, that one I'm putting a lot of pressure on the thyroid cartilage. The next one I like saying it reminds me of that dance, and it's called like the margarita. 1, 2, 3, 4. I tuck my head. And I squeeze. Okay, once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a little space in here that I put my head in and I squeeze. But when you're doing this technique, you want to do it quickly. So this is what it looks like when I'm just practicing. Okay, I don't really want to do this and leave my arms out here, because what will happen, they'll grab your arms and pull them down and you hyperextend your own arms. Clearly, make sure you understand this. It's just because it's this movement. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. My elbow is in the middle where his chin is. Okay, so now my bicep is on this carotid artery and my forearm's on the other carotid artery. I'm going to grab my bicep. Depending on how long your arms are, You either grab your bicep, you grab your deltoid, your shoulder, or you just grab your arm to hold on to it. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3. I grab my bicep, I bring the hand behind their head on the top. I'm pushing the head down. As I tuck my head back, I lean back and I squeeze. I'm only going this slowly so you can see what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how are you really supposed to do this? If you're choking someone, I don't want to give them a chance to escape. I don't want to stay right behind them either, because they could, with their head back, and hit me in my mouth. I don't want to come right behind them, so if they headbutt me, I'm in a lot of trouble. So what I'm doing, I want to stay as close to their neck as I can. So I do this. I'm like a snake. I slither around. My biceps on the carotid artery, my forearms on the other carotid artery. I tuck the head down so they cannot scratch my eyes. I lean back, I squeeze. I move like a snake, go around, grab my bicep. Look, I'm turning my face out the way already. I can push their head down, or I can just lay this hand on my deltoid. I tuck my head in. I lean back. I squeeze. So both of these are called Hadaka Jime, naked strangle. And you'll see a lot of this in judo and jiu-jitsu and MMA. See you in class.